All right, so Snapchat filters are no doubt a lot of fun. They're one of the few things I open Snapchat for, actually. One of the key features of the service, but there appears to be a running theme with some filters, and that's the fact that a handful of them seem to be straight up lifted from other artists. Joining us to chat a little bit about this is Molly McHugh from The Ringer. How's it going, Molly?
Good. How are you guys?
Fantastic. It's great to have you here today. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So I guess first things first, tell us how artists are discovering their creative work on Snapchat in ways that they didn't expect anyways.
So the artists I talk to, it's not like you or me when we open Snapchat in the morning, you start like flipping through filters and seeing what the new ones are. They're seeing their work and they didn't sign off on it. And sometimes their friends see it and then they screenshot it and send it to them. In one case, it was a sticker and not a filter, but the same kind of thing. She just opened it, was checking out the stickers, and looked a little bit too familiar.
So how, I guess I get a little baffled by this because this isn't the first time that we've heard about this. It was, I think in May, we heard about this around a different artist. Oh man, who was the artist? I have the link in here, but I can't find the artist. But anyways, I mean, there's no doubt when you put these things side by side, you take the original artwork that it's based off of, and then you take the filter. Like, there's enough striking similarities, and actually, if you scroll down here, you'll start to see them. Where I mean, it's pretty obvious that there is some sort of lift going on here. How does Snapchat kind of rectify this repeatedly? Because I know they keep saying like, oh man, this really should not be happening. We promise it won't happen again. And then it happens again. How are they doing this?
Right. I mean, when I was actually just like searching around for interesting Snapchat hashtags on Twitter. And I saw, I think it was Snapchat no swiping. I was like, I don't know what that means. And so I clicked in and saw all these people complaining about it. And of course, I went back and saw the article that was written in May about the original filter that had been lifted from someone else. And Snapchat said something like, we're going to pull this and we apologize, or something to that effect, kind of acknowledging that something had happened. And then these people I talked to, especially Mikey, who is Glam and Gore, very well-known YouTube makeup artist, and she's all over the place. She said they basically told her, like, we don't feel this constitutes, we haven't done anything wrong. And that's when I was like, well, this happened pretty recently, and it happened to someone else a week ago and happened to someone else a month ago. So clearly there's a routine problem happening. And they've said, Snapchat said today, yes, we're going to make sure this doesn't happen anymore. And I don't know if that means there are new rules or a new person maybe picking these filters. But I'm hoping there's some more oversight, or someone seeing what's going on here.
I mean, that's exactly what they said a month ago too. They said, we're sorry for this embarrassing mistake and we're taking action to make sure it won't happen again. But it continues to. What were you going to say?
Well, so the fox drawings that we showed earlier, I mean, it's one thing to copyright a drawing and then have that be used. But what about makeup? And can makeup be copyrighted?
Yes, it can, but it's really difficult. There's some precedent for it. I talked a little bit about how the musical Cats, the artist who it took her hours on hours, finally went to court over this because people were selling face painting kits, coloring books, and she didn't see any profits from that, and she ended up winning. It's a lot harder with makeup, and it can't be everyday makeup. It has to be something that is face painting and is kind of a work of art and looks different. It can't be, what you look like walking out of the house every day. You can't trademark your eyeliner, maybe,
right?
But you can trademark a painting. There's some stuff with the medium, whether it's tangible. Paper is recognized as a tangible medium, but skin, and that gets a little more difficult. But there's absolutely a way to do this. It's just harder.
Do you think that Snapchat is, this is really just an opinion question, but do you think they've moved from sort of stealing artists' work to stealing makeup artists' work because they know that it's difficult?
Maybe. I want to say no. What I kind of feel like, I'm like in my mind while writing this trying to think, so what exactly would have happened? And I'm wondering, these face filters, such a natural inspiration could be makeup artists and what they're doing. And so is someone going around looking for some popular looks over the course of the week?
Right.
Because that's what I think about, like fashion. I know you can copyright some fashion, but that's more difficult also because it's fashion. It's what's in fashion. People want to be copied. And that's the same. Is that the same with these makeup artists?
Totally. A huge number of the videos they put up are tutorials, actually, like go out and try and do this thing I did. And, instructions, step-by-step instructions. So it's one thing when a fan is doing this, though, and another thing when, a very well-valued company makes a lot of money is doing it.
Yeah, no matter what the gray area is around it, Snapchat, like you're saying, makes a crap ton of money. So it's not like they can't use that money on one of their most popular features that drives a lot of usage and a lot of money to the company to hire top-notch artists to do this instead of hunting for art. Or are they just getting lucky? Is this just like a lucky coincidence repeatedly? I mean, is there any possibility of that? I have a feeling it's not, but
yeah, I think to me, it's one of those moments where you realize like a lot of creativity happens simultaneously, but I don't think that's what this is necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
You
right.
can say that, and it's easier to find when something's been copied because it's easier to search it on the internet than it used to be. But these seem like too close, especially those Fox pictures.
I know, right? They're
So if I'm a makeup artist and I take a picture and post it up on Instagram, am I giving that photo to Instagram? Do I no longer own that photo?
Technically, that is how it works. That's why it's a little bit dicey. If you want to be sharing this stuff on Instagram, they have rights to what you upload there. So if you are a makeup artist, you might want to think twice before doing that. Instagram doesn't have face filters yet. Facebook did buy a popular face filtering app, so maybe watch out, but there's no precedent for that there yet.
Do you think there's any chance that I assume that's the same with Snapchat. Like if I upload a snap that I don't own it either, I know it disappears. Is there any chance that that's where they're getting this from people's public stories?
So far, I asked them if they're the ones that they'd found that had been used by Snapchat were things they uploaded, and in those instances, no. Mikey Glamangor was very clear to point out that the thing that she had stolen allegedly was on Instagram, and same in the other case.
I suppose we'll probably be in touch with you the next time Snapchat steals another filter, if you don't mind.
I hope it doesn't happen.
I know. Well, hey, I thought it wasn't going to happen after last time, and then we have like multiple examples of it. So I'm sure we're going to see this again. Molly McHugh with TheRinger.com. We really appreciate you coming on today and talking about this, Molly.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
And where can people follow your work online?
I'm at I am Molly McHugh and on The Ringer, which is on TheRinger.com.
Fantastic. All right. Thanks again, Molly.
Take care, Molly.
Thanks,
we'll talk
guys.
to you soon.